Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to an all-new Talkin' Movies. As always, I am your host, the real Geno Reynolds, and today we're going to be talking about A Star is Born, the third remake of this story starring Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, and Sam Elliott, and this movie was also directed by Bradley Cooper, his first feature film. I will warn you that I may get into some minor spoilers, but I will do my very best to dodge them. An aging musician helps a young singer find fame even as age and alcoholism sends his own career into a downward spiral. FYI, before we begin, I have not seen the first three versions of this movie. I know, right? So I'm looking at this with pretty fresh eyes. I guess what I'm saying is that there may be some things that I mentioned that could have happened in this movie that involved the other three movies, some parallels, homages, or something like that. I'm not going to know about these things, but please feel free to mention whatever these things are in the comment section below anyway, because I am very curious to know how those that have seen the other versions of this movie react to this one. There is a lot to like about this movie, long story short, but I think I'll start with the performances. I've got a pretty good feeling that this movie will do pretty well come awards season. Bradley Cooper will definitely get nominated for some awards for his portrayal of aging rocker Jackson Maine. You can tell that Cooper put a lot of work into developing who this musician, this performer is. I mentioned on my podcast, Get on the Mic, a week or two ago, that Cooper spent time with his friend and musician Eddie Vedder, who is the lead singer of Pearl Jam, to kind of learn the ins and outs of being a musician. You can tell that he really put the work in learning to sing, playing guitar, how to move, how to talk, etc., and it totally pays off in his performance. He is extremely believable as a man that has spent way too many years on the road. While there are points in this movie that you do have hope for the character, you know that there is a roadblock just right around the corner somewhere. Even though this happens multiple times, Cooper is so good, you still keep having hope that he'll be okay. Whether his character is messed up, sober, happy, sad, whatever, you will be into everything about Cooper's performance in this movie. Now, the wild card of this movie was going to be, of course, Lady Gaga. While I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of her music, I haven't bought any of her albums or anything, when I do hear her music, I do enjoy it. I think Lady Gaga has one hell of a voice. So I wasn't too worried about the singing part of this movie coming from her. Me, like many others, were wondering just how she was going to do in the acting part of the role. Was she going to be able to pull off this character, whoever the character was going to be? I know I've seen her in a couple of movies like Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, and Machete Kills, for example, but nothing really of note. I have to say that after seeing her in this, I was pretty impressed. While her being in the music business did help her with some parts of the movie, there is much more to it than that. Part of this movie deals with someone having to change who they are to fit into the music business. We see Lady Gaga's character Allie go from shy waitress who doesn't want to sing her own songs to sexy pop star that just wants to shake that ass, so to speak. This plays into another of the movie's big conflicts, which is Jackson trying to help Allie realize that she is falling further away from who she really is, but at the same time, he is dealing with his own demons. This leads to problems between the two characters. The two characters, for them to work together, for them to be together, they need to meet in the middle, where she is being herself and he is, well, sober. But they seem to be able to hardly be able to do just that. They keep missing each other in the middle, and they know what's right for the other person, but when one of them's having issues, the other one's okay. When that one's having an issue, the other one's okay. And it's just really heartbreaking to watch that happen throughout the movie, because it's like, no, you're almost there, and oh no, not again. And it's a roller coaster ride, but the performances make it a roller coaster ride worth watching. The supporting cast is really great in this as well. It's no real surprise that you're going to get solid performances from Sam Elliott, and for some time now, Andrew Dice Clay. Elliott plays Jackson's much older brother, and boy do they have issues. And Dice plays Allie's father. The supporting performance that I really loved in this movie, and after seeing the trailer, I kind of knew that this was going to be the case, was from Dave Chappelle. He plays one of Jackson's friends, and all I really want to say is I love funny Dave Chappelle, and I want more funny Dave Chappelle, but I want some more serious Dave Chappelle too. While this really isn't a big issue, one of my only problems with the movie is the passage of time. Well, I guess that this movie maybe takes place within a span of a year or so, I'm really not so sure. The movie doesn't do a really good job at establishing a set time period. That being said, this movie is really good, and I thought it was so good that I really didn't care too much, and it's not really that important anyhow, and the characters are driving it. So is it a year? Is it 2 years? I don't care. Something that can make or break a movie about music, well, of course, it's the music. There is nothing to worry about in that department as well. Well, I can't say that all the songs are styles that I like, such as some of Allie's pop music tunes. They all fit the tone of the movie. They all fit the story of the movie. The songs that both Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga sing either together or separate will make you want to go buy and buy the soundtrack, which I'm sure I'll be doing this weekend. This movie is a whirlwind of emotions and deals with a ton of different things like success, failure, love, compromise, and much, much more. The movie's great performances, overall tone, and kick-ass soundtrack are way more than enough reasons for me to highly recommend that you go see this movie this weekend. That's going to be all for this edition of Talkin' Movies. If you like what you've heard here, please subscribe to the Real Geno YouTube channel, like this video, and if you have anything to say about this movie, or the other 3 movies for that matter, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Until next time, I'm your host, the Real Geno Reynolds. See you later.